back then we did PvP for realsies, dude. PvP for realsies, okay? We used to play Ultima Online. You know what happens when you play Ultima Online and you die? The person that killed you could literally loot anything in your inventory. Your armor, your weapons, everything. Those were the kind of games we used to play. Ultima Online. Oh yeah, and after you killed someone, you could then chop up his corpse, take his head, and place it at the door of your house. That was the shit. That was the shit that we would do. Like we'd kill someone, rip off their heads, and then put it at the door of our house. I remember the first time that I got killed in PvP was hilarious because I had no idea what I was doing. It was the first time that I was playing, and I was at the house of a friend of mine. And this random guy comes up and I'm just like still a noob trying to figure out how the game works. This random guy comes in and fucking kills me and then runs over to his house. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? This fucking guy just randomly killed me. I was like, okay. So there was a skill in Ultima Online where you could like hide yourself. It was terrible. Like you really almost never use it because it was not particularly, at least in most situations, it was not that useful. So, I had nothing in the game, so I had nothing to lose. So I go up, I saw the house where this guy ran to after killing me. I go up to his house, like I was such a stubborn, I mean, I'm still a stubborn little shit. So I go up to this guy's house, and I just hide myself. I'm like spamming the button, because I couldn't even like hide properly. My character would be like, you failed at hiding, you failed. So I just sat there, leveling up the hiding skill and spamming the button, while this dude was not in his home. He was off doing something else. I'm just sitting at his door, spamming the hiding skill. Spamming it. Bam, bam, bam. Eventually, my character hides itself, and I'm like, okay, good. So when you died in this server, because this was a Ultima Pirate server, I never played on the official servers. When you died, you would get to keep, like, a knife. You know, you'd always have at least a knife and a resurrection robe. And so the knife was useful because if you had ever died and lose all of your shit, you could always just go to a tree, hit it with a knife, and get like kindling out of it, and then you could sell it and kind of like build yourself back up, right? So I had this stupid knife, and I'm sitting at this guy's door, hiding, waiting. And the guy's just like chilling. I see him slowly start approaching his house, and I could see that he was like distracted because he was talking to other players and whatnot, and he's slowly approaching the house. And I'm like, okay, here it comes. The second he like reaches the door, because when two players bump into each other, the hiding just like gets revealed. So that's one of the reasons why it's not particularly useful. The second he comes into the door, I'm like, yeah! And I fucking killed him. And the second I killed him, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm cut off his corpse, take his head, and then I run to my friend's house again. And I'm like, dude, I have his head. It's here. I killed him. And then my friend put this dude's head, because like you'd be able to put items and lock them so that nobody could take him away, right? He just puts this guy's head at like the doorstep. Like our door. Oh, the shit you could do in that game was really fun. Oh my god, there was also the time that me and my friend Psych bombed a theater. We bombed the theater. We went to jail. The GMs of that server were so fucking pissed off. So it was so it's like they were trying to organize an event. Dude, thinking back to it, we were fucking assholes, dude. These guys were trying to organize an event. So like in the capital city of the game, which was called, I think it was Britannia, the name of the capital city, there was a theater. And so they were trying to organize a play. And so in order for you to enter the theater, they wouldn't let you go inside with your weapons because they knew that, me and my friend were in that server, so they knew that we were going to fuck shit up if they would let us in with a weapon. So they took your weapons away, right? So what do me and my friend do? Well, if they're going to take our weapons away, it would be a shame if we were to take the exact ingredients to make a bomb and use alchemy to craft a fucking bomb. So me and my friend are sitting in this theater, and suddenly you hear the distinctive sounds of mortar and pestle, which was like this. It was like this creaking sound. And they're like, and you just hear two players suddenly making this noise while the play is going on, which is play was basically a couple of people ERPing. It was lame as fuck anyway. Whatever they were doing on stage was lame as fuck. So we're sitting there, mortaring and pestling these things away, and suddenly someone says, "What's that noise?" People start like, "What's that noise? There's some noise." And the way that bombs worked is like you would throw a bomb and a little number would pop up on top and go like 3, 2, 1. So suddenly you just see me and my friend, like, we throw a bunch of bombs all over the place, and you just see the numbers 3, 2, all over the crowd of this thing. And the best thing is, like, the theater was locked because they locked people in so that people wouldn't leave. So, like, if you signed up to go to that play, you were locked in because they didn't want people to go outside and get weapons and then go back inside, right? So they lock everybody in the theater so nobody could leave. And so suddenly you just see like a bunch of fucking numbers and everybody dies, including the actors. And then you see GMs pop up and they're like, "What the fuck happened? What's going on?" And me and my friend were just like quiet. We're like, "I don't know. There's an explosion, dude." Like, so the GMs mass res everybody. And me and my friend still have ingredients. So suddenly you start hearing that mortar and pestle sound again. And the GMs are really confused. They're like, what's going on? Boom! And everybody dies again. And then the GMs looked at the logs and they could clearly see Rurikhan crafts bomb. My friend was called Psych Killer. Psych Killer crafts bomb. And then they put us in jail. But here's the fun part. They didn't clean our inventories. So we kill everyone in jail too. And then they deleted our characters. Tell these folks your old nickname. Dude, it's so lame. So guys, my old nickname. That's right, because I said Rurikhan, but it wasn't Rurikhan. My old nickname. Hey. With the uppercase and everything. With the alternating case. What a fucking edgelord.